Howdy everybody, it's Walnut Fox here. We're over here at the sand mine in Island. I had a little idea. I wanted to make a record farm, and I've been flying around with the Fox Recorder account. It's a spectator account, and there's not a whole lot underneath this here little island. So I think it'd be a good place to put us a creeper only spawner down by bedrock, and then we're going to funnel them out into a water stream, and we're going to try and catch us a skeleton and give him a pretty good bow, and see if we can't get him to shoot towards a iron golem maybe, and kill off the creepers and get those get all them records farmed up. So probably a long convoluted way of getting them all, but you probably could set up a little, just trap a skeleton, name him, and go out at night and get some creepers to follow you, but it's kind of hard, so we're gonna do it this way. So yeah, I'm gonna set up a beacon right over here somewhere, and we're gonna dig down and start a little room, and I'm gonna try a time lapse of that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so hopefully our time lapse worked, and we got everything going. And here's what we dug. We dug down to bedrock right here, and we're going to start this little this farm here. So I set up a beacon and dug out a chunk, and we're going to try and set this up so that only creepers will spawn down here. And then we can go and make it so that the skeletons are the only thing that shoot them, and hopefully they'll drop a whole bunch of stuff for us. So yeah, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to put a floor in here of probably just some oak slabs, probably the top slabs, so that they can spawn. But I think it's going to have to be up here 2 blocks high, because we're going to need a water channel to probably take them out that direction. Here in the center, we'll set up the roof so that only creepers can spawn, with a whole bunch of trapdoors on the roof and some carpets on the slabs to keep spiders from spawning. I'm going to set all that up and see what I come up with as far as how to set all that up, and I'll bring you back in. Okay, so this here is pretty much the floor design. We're going to fill these in. Like I said, I dug out a chunk that was plus 1 block on all the sides to make it so that these are, run out of slabs. Just grab some more. So these will be the spawning pads, right? And that way we can make a wall. You know, I've been trying to make it a little bit prettier as we go along here, just because it's, you know, one of these days I might get good at this. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put trapdoors here and here. And you know, we got a bunch of cats at the house that we could put right there, right here in the middle, in a minecart, and they'll chase the creepers off. And with the trapdoors here, they'll think that they can cross that, and they'll just fall down in here, and we'll have water pushing them, you know, one direction or the other, probably this way, because this is where our beacon and whatnot is. We can always, that's the beacon out of our beacon in a box kit. We'll probably take it up once we're finished here, but that's kind of the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and finish filling these in. I don't think that we're going to have to add multiple layers. I mean, we'll probably, I'm going to light them up so that nothing blows up, but by the time we get everything lit up around here, this may be the only place that stuff spawns. So I seen in the subtitles earlier that there was a skeleton rattling around down here somewhere, so that's going to be one trick. But I mean, we can always get that later, you know. Once we get stuff spawning in here, then we can worry about getting the mechanics in place, you know. Kind of what I got planned. I guess I didn't need all 60 of these, but hey, it's all right. Whoa, those are not what I wanted. I guess I better pay attention to what I'm doing, huh? All right. So I'm going to go and get, now that these are placed in, we'll make some trapdoors as well. Ooh, all 24. But anyway, so if we go through here like this to mobs, this looks like this is what this is. But if you open these, it still looks like they can walk across it. So they'll just fall in and then can't jump out, right? It's a pretty easy mechanic to manipulate. So I am going to build this up, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I want the ability to turn this on and off, so I'm going to put a couple of lanterns. Lanterns, these aren't lanterns. Those are redstone lamps. Anywho, in the center here, and then I'm going to put one right up above us. But I'm going to put the ceiling on real quick, and you'll see as we build this out like this. Let's just do a little bit here. That will use a whole bunch of trapdoors. Oops, need my axe. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll put them in right up top here, like this. So nothing can spawn in here. See, we can get under here. And so can creepers. Creepers can spawn here, but skeletons and zombies are just a hair too tall. So that's how this works. We're limiting the spawns to creepers only by making sure that they are the only things that can spawn in here. So I'm going to fill all this in. I'm going to run some redstone for the lights. Oops. Hey, I was just talking about this. This is going to be a lamp. There. Boom. Still need a trapdoor on it. Okay. I'm going to fill this in and get some stuff going, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, well, we're back. I made some progress on our record farm here. I dug out a room, and you've seen the time lapse of that, and I set up the platforms. I'm going to show you the water chamber, and I made it so that we could shut the machine off. I also got us a skeleton. There's a skeleton spawner up here a little ways, and put us in an iron golem. So now all we need to do is test this out and see if it works. So we'll go over here. I've got a bunch of chests here. I got a little hallway dug here, nothing too spectacular, but here's our skeleton. He's named so he doesn't despawn. And this is our little drop chamber here. Yep, I knew it was going to do that. Shouldn't have done that. Has a lot to do with that efficiency 2 beacon. Let's get some of these torches put back down. We don't want anything extra spawning in here. We spent all the time going through with the spectator account and whatnot, and making sure that everything was lit up. Looking for things that were dark. There's a bunch of caves around here. That's how I found the skeleton spawner, actually. So I popped him out on this block here. He can see through this chamber. I know it's glass and there's not connected textures, but you kind of get the gist of it. He can see down through there, and there's a fence gate down there. I use that to shut the machine off. So if I open this, he starts shooting. If I close it, he can't see through there anymore. And he's shooting at our iron golem over here. That's looking him pretty much square in his rib cage. So he's standing on a fence post, and he's surrounded by fence posts. He's got these 2 gates here just to hold the water back. The sand here, it used to shake. This is an old design, but I went ahead and used it anyway, and I seem to have an extra fence post over there. Let's just go ahead and finish him up. That way nothing can really get to him. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. But this sand used to shake up and down when you set it on top of a fence post. It doesn't do that anymore. And that's what would cause the arrows to despawn quicker. But the water in here, the source blocks are at the top, and they all fall down. So when our skeleton shoots, it slows the arrow down and they all fall to the ground. So they don't actually hurt Rusty over here. Okay. So then we just got a simple shoot with a waterlogged stair there that just brings the creepers up in here, and they'll drop all their goodies in here. Later on we'll put like a non-stackable item filter here, but we'll have to put him in a dropper, smart dropper, to bring them up about 3 or 4 blocks. That way we can run them through the non-stackable item filter. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. We're going to shut the lights off. I'll show you those up here. I'm going to wire all these controls into an like a dashboard down there, but I made it so we could turn this farm on and off. So I've got some lights in the sidewalls here that are underneath these that get powered by these blocks. And we can go right over here. This is all spawn proof, it's all slabs, and I'll show you. There, see? This is our spawn platform. So the carpets are what take care of our spiders. It keeps the 3x3 spaces down, and then the trapdoors up here make it so that only creepers can spawn. And you see all the lights in here. When I shut those off, it gets dark and things start to spawn. So we'll see. All right, so we'll walk over here. We're going to be like 24 blocks away. So I dug out a chunk. So right here works pretty good. And we'll wait here for a little bit, see what we get. And all right, so I let this farm run. It's been about a half hour, and we'll go see if anything's happened. So we should be seeing something. We knew that it was working yesterday. There are definitely some bats in there. You know what? Whoa. Yeah, it works. You know what else I forgot? I have a torch in here. I didn't know you could get the new pig step record from creepers. I thought it was only in the Bastion remnants. So, well, I guess that's kind of a, I don't know, maybe it's a spoiler alert, but yeah, we've updated our server to 1.16, and this could end horribly. Okay, good. Whew. Spider hisses. There must be spiders in there too. I thought I had all the 3x3s took care of, but yeah, look at that. The record farm is up and running. There's blocks and 11. Of course, these ones are, you get them all over the place. Wait, Melly, stall, chirp. Ooh, yeah. Eat, arrow. Yes. Strad. That's nice. Nice. The far. Man, I ain't never had all these ones with my little manual farm that I used to have on the other server. So, yeah. Just so you know, this one's our skeleton's 4 blocks away. He's on the 5th block from our creepers because we don't want our creepers to explodorate all over the place. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, and then our iron golem. So these guys can shoot a long ways. You could use a pillager with a crossbow here, but then it doesn't really count, does it? But if you're just going for gunpowder, you could do that, but their crossbows will eventually break. So if you get a skeleton, these guys have got infinite ammo. He doesn't have a enchanted bow, so it takes a couple hits for him to do the job, but it's working. So hopefully something that you guys can use. Hopefully I went over the mechanics okay, and it's gonna work. works pretty well, and it'll definitely work better the more caves that you light up and whatnot. And I lit up a lot of caves around here, so like I said, I used a spectator account with this character. He was over there where I was AFKing, and I marked down, kind of took screenshots of where things were, all the cave systems and stuff up around here. There wasn't a whole bunch, but there were a couple big ravines. And anywho, I'm gonna hang out here a little bit more, see if I can get the rest of them. There's 12, well 13 now, with the new one to collect. So I'm gonna hang out and see what I can get. Hopefully we can get everybody else on the server some records, so get them a whole collection. Hopefully you guys learned something and you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. So until the next go around, until 116 shows up, I mean it already has, but until the next episode when we play in 116, have some fun and play some games. See ya.